Pull out your phone. Yeah, Tone. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'ma throw a party. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'm about to throw a party. I just woke up in time to check out my parlay from last night. I hope it's a good day. If I'm on top the leaderboard on Wanna Parlay, that mean it's a good day. Oh yeah, I forgot that the Hawks played. I bet you Jordan Poole have an off day. Guaranteed Travis Hunter made a mouse play. If so, I done cashed on my parlay. 2 picks, 4 picks, 6 picks, 7 picks. Pick your poison. Wanna parlay, then download the app right now. Come on, join it. If you lose one time, gotta keep on going. Flip them winnings, gotta stack them coins. Stay in the race like Jacket Joyner. You'll win if you stack them points up. NBA, CBB, MLS, NFL, MLB. Take your time, build your slip. NHL, MMA, UFC. Yeah, you can go big on big. Yeah, or you can go small on small. World Series, Super Bowl, March Madness, Championship, win them all. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'ma throw a party. If you wanna parlay, down low wanna parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'm about to throw a party.
And what is going on, everybody? This is the Wanna Parlay Podcast. Welcome back. The show is brought to you, obviously, by Wanna Parlay, home of the $2 parlay and the world's richest parlay, where every day people are turning $2 into $2 grand. We're in the middle of another Wanna week, and there's a lot of action going on, folks, so make sure you get in there and win some money. We've got a great show for you guys today, short one. Because the guy we had coming on for an interview does not know the difference between Central Time Zone and Eastern Time Zone. It's really unfortunate. It happens quite often, honestly. Tone, how you doing? Yeah, that's tough stuff. We're in that time of the year where it's kind of sports start to slow down. Yes. Thank God I asked you a question there and didn't let you go on a rant. I had you muted, Tone. Go ahead, say hello again. One more, just quick hello.
Yeah. What's up, our viewers? Appreciate y'all tuning in. But yeah, I'm having withdrawals, Lance. You know, this is the part of the week that is just like, you know, if you're an addict like me for NBA. You know, college has been gone. If you're an addict for some basketball, tonight is the night that you're going to have withdrawals. And I'm already having them. I'm even having parlay like trouble. I'm like, what do I put in?
Oh, it's brutal stuff. I'm suffering from the same stuff because, it's getting to that time of the year where NBA playoffs is coming up, but we have to wait a few days till they actually start. So there's only baseball and hockey, but hockey, NHL playoffs are already laid out for the most part, and you kind of, the games are meaningless, and you don't really know where to bet there. And then baseball, I mean, it's May baseball, or it's April baseball. It's not even May, Jesus. And no one knows what the hell is going on. I mean, everyone thought it was going to be Doyers. Take the Doyers no matter what, and that's actually been a problem for people going on this year. Here's KG Little Joe's. The Bulls, man, oh man. What a joke of an organization. They were supposed to tank all season, but wait till the playoffs to tank. Oh, KG. I feel for you, man. Chicago sports are still just down in the dumps. I guess the Cubbies are starting to make a little fight, but you start with football, the Bears. You really hope this Ben Johnson hire works out and Caleb Williams, they do well in the draft and yada yada. They keep going forward. I have hope for the Bears. And as you should too. The Bulls, Billy Donovan still has a job. I just watched Michael Malone get fired. I watched Jenkins in Memphis get fired, but somehow Billy Donovan's still there. That's a confusing one. That's a head scratcher. And then, you go to hockey, Chicago Blackhawks, just the worst team in sports. one of the worst teams in sports. Yeah, you have Connor Bedard, but he can't do much when players on his team can't even pick up the puck. So Chicago sports, we pray for you. But let's hop into what we do in this show, and that always starts with accountability hour. I went 3-2 in my picks yesterday. And honestly, I could say 4-2 because on this show I was, with the crowd saying, let's go Chicago. But money-wise, I did go Heat. I did just last second. I said, you know what? There's too much experience on one side and not any on the other. But Bulls money line, that was a loss. Mavericks money line, that was a win. The Gidler PRA, 36.5, that cashed easily. Adebayo over 35.5 PRA, that didn't cash. He got to around 30 all combined. And it was very frustrating. I watched him miss out on about 7 rebounds in a row where he was right next to the guy who got the rebound and kind of let he just didn't want to go get the ball. It's, obviously he's not thinking about my parlays, which he should be, but we'll get into that another time. And then Wiggins over 8.5 rebounds and assists. That cashed easily. I think he had 10 rebounds in the game itself. Tone, talk to me. How'd you do?
I'm marking it off right now, but we're going to go as we go. I don't know. I'm not sure how this ended up, but anybody that knows me, I'm transparent. I'm not going to curve my bets or the outcome of how it is. On my money side, I went 3-4. On my money line side, I went 3 for 5. Bulls W didn't hit, and Bulls minus 1.5 didn't hit, but the Mavs W, Mavs plus 4.5, and Mavs over 213 plus 0.5 all hit. Now, over in the player prop section, this is where things get shaky, and I'm still marking it off, but I haven't had a hit yet. I'm at the top 4. Bam for 20 points, didn't hit. Buzelis for 12.5 points, didn't hit. Damn, KG. Khalil Ware, 9.5 points, he didn't hit. Duncan Robinson, 8.5 points, he had 8. He didn't hit. I had Vucevic for 10.5 rebounds. I think Vucevic cleared. Yes, he did. He had 12. Andrew Wiggins, I had for 3 assists.
No.
He ended up with 1 or 2?
2. It was brutal.
2.
It was so brutal.
Yeah, we was all in on that pick.
Yeah.
I seen yours. You had that one as well. And Highsmith, I was telling you guys lock it in on the 5.5 assists and rebounds.
Wait. Is that a stat correction I see? I think I see a stat correction. Right now I'm looking at the box score. He has 3 assists. Wait, so this actually, I'm going to have to go talk to the guy in my back alley that I place bets with because I need a stat correction, folks. That's that's money I missed out on. It corrected. Wiggins 3 assists.
Hold on. Wait a second.
Yeah.
So I hold it. Wait, it is. I'm missing some money, Lance.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's huge, folks. We'd love to see it. To everyone on the program, if you had Andrew Wiggins 3 assists or more, make sure you go get your money. Keep going, Tone. Sorry to,
Yeah, and I'm glad to hear that, Lance, because we put a lot of emphasis on that pick yesterday. We were sold on that Andrew Wiggins 3 assists, so it's good to see that hit and clear. Plus, I just remember him being in the third quarter with still like 1 assist. It was crazy, Lance. It was brutal. So shout out to Wiggins for coming through. Anthony Davis, I had him for 26.5 points.
He had 27.
He had 27, so he cleared that. I had Clay for 12.5 points. If you watch the game,
yeah, he cleared
Clay cleared the hell out of that shit. I don't know what Clay was doing. Dinwiddie 9.5 points. I don't think Dinwiddie.
He didn't even play. He didn't play till the last minute. It was sick work. I was punching the air that they even put him in the game because if you get a DNP, then sometimes they void it. Oh, it was just gross. Don't keep going.
It was a DNP. He played 2 minutes and 3 seconds. That's shitty. Max Christie 7.5 points. Max ended with 2. Gosh, that's crazy. DeRozan 9.5 rebounds and assists. I'm not in front of that one. Did he clear that one?
Let me take a look. I'll look quick.
Lonnie went the under on Josh Giddey for 3.5.
He had 9.
Turnovers?
No. DeRozan had 7 rebounds, 2 assists.
Oh, so he had 9. Okay, so he didn't clear that. And then Josh Giddey under 3.5 turnovers. And Giddey ended with, in front of it right now.
3.
I know he had he ended with 3. Okay, so he went under. Shout out to Lonnie Lyle.
Lonnie Lyle, legend. KG Lojo says ESPN's showing it. Okay, this is a little unstandard of a show because we're really clawing at these numbers, but I gotta see this because this is crazy stuff.
It's serious business, though. This can make or break parlays, Lance.
Exactly. So here we go. We got this. Give me the box score. Wiggins, 2 assists. Weird. All right, we'll see. Well, we'll have to figure that one out later. But let's keep moving forward with the show. Let's not get hung up on 2 or 3 assists. It is what it is. But let's talk about the game a little. Bulls Heat. I mean, we know what it was, but Tone, did you have any thoughts? Do you have any thoughts you want to share?
I don't want to sound. I never go back on my decisions with bets because gambling is gambling. It is what it is. But I was rolling with my dog KG, but I did have that feeling in my gut like Miami's gonna whoop the shit out of them. I kind of had that small feeling, but I'm a team player. KG has been giving some great info, and I just thought they was gonna do it. But after seeing the history of Chicago and Miami in the play-in, it is ridiculous. They said it was this 3 straight times they've been eliminated in the play-in by the same exact team.
Yeah, it's 3 times of just the same exact matchup going the same exact way each time. Yeah.
If it's anybody that's voting for the play-in is bullshit, I think it would be the Bulls.
Yeah, 100%. 100. I mean, in the play-in, it's still so bizarre. Maybe I get play the 9 and 8 seed, but I don't know. We've had the conversation. KG just says, "Hey, did you see this jerk who is at the top of the leaderboard on the main event?" So I've just pulled it up. It's Chicago KG right now with a 90.86 multiplier parlay, 8 picks. He's sitting there up top. I know he just has a big old grin on his motherfucking face. God damn it, KG. Good for you, man. Let's look at some of these. 1 or more hits, Rafael Devers. That's a lock. Give me the Sox. Total bases, Aaron Judge, over 1.5. That's a lock. Look at him go. Kobe White points under 23.5. He faded his boy, and that was a take that he told on the show. He told us, take Kobe White under points. Injuries lurking. He had Gidler under 3.5 turnovers. Lock. Davis, 26.5 points over that half point. Holy shit. I can't believe the starters were still in the game as long as they were. So Davis to clear that number is so massive for a lot of people. He had Dodgers money line. Smart to not go with the run line. A lot of people I know last night got burned on that. Freddie Freeman over 1.5 total bases. Freddie he's a Hall of Famer now, folks. I'm pretty sure he is. And Shohei Ohtani, why wouldn't he have over 1.5 bases? Chicago KG, my guy, Kevin Glaswell, you're a legend. Good for you. I actually truly do hope you hold on to this top spot and win yourself 2,000. That is so awesome. Good for you, KG, my man.
I'm interested to ask. You can see the chat, Lance, but KG, did you by any chance get that 3.5 turnovers from the podcast from us? Actually, from Lonnie Lyle, but did you throw that in from the podcast? Yes or no? If so, that is awesome news. That is fucking phenomenal. And shout out to KG for being at the top of the leaderboard. He's one of us, so still a home team. That's
basically. Oh, he said yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's who he got it from. Lonnie Lyle, absolute legend. This is what this show does. It just breeds winners. This is what we do. This is why you got to tune in, because he wouldn't have had it anywhere else. He said it was my last pick to put me over the points I needed to beat the then first place. That is so good. That is so good.
We said it, Lance. That was a sneaky pick that Lonnie came up with. That was sneaky.
Dude, Lonnie was cooking. He had a few sneaky ones there yesterday. That was awesome. So my final thoughts, Bulls versus Heat. Experience in coaching. Not to shit on Billy Donovan or anything like that on that side, but Spoelstra's been here before. He's been in these spots. There's a couple times he went with lineups. especially in that fourth quarter. Left the bench unit, and I'm watching Davion Mitchell, Khalil Ware, and some of these cats that, normally most coaches would go just keep their starters in the whole time. He trusted them. He trusted them to keep it going. And they were flowing, played their offense, played well, and just never let them back into the game, really. Just kept them always at arm's distance. So it's impressive stuff from the Heat. They're going to be my... Billy Donovan can't even win a playoff game in 2K25. I don't blame Billy, You can't... Don't be too hard on Billy, KG. Remember, this isn't... You guys have been stuck in a shitty Zach LaVine contract for years now. He was a Bull for, 6, maybe 8 years? That's gross. That's gross. You're paying this guy way too... And you already know. KG knows. So... I think the Bulls have a bright future ahead with this fucking twin tower with Giddey and Buzelis. I mean, those kids are nice. We'll see what they do with the aging Vucevic. I mean, he's still a solid role, and other things like that. Kobe White and all your pieces. So there is a reason the Thunder let him go. They knew he wasn't the guy, or he wasn't that guy. The Thunder were also in a weird spot and just landed a superstar in the Paul George trade whenever, My whole thing is a lot of these guys are really good in a lot of everything in life. A lot of people are good at a lot of things in life. And more times than not, it comes down to timing. Everything in life comes down to timing. Right place, right time. So we'll see. There's I'm Kodak. He says, let's go Tone. It's got to be a Tone faithful. It's got to be a Tone faithful. All right, let's talk a little Mavs Kings, Tone. What were your thoughts in that game?
Mavs Kings. I told you guys. I seen it from a mile away. I told you what version of Anthony Davis we was gonna get. I'm surprised by the performance from Max Christie. But yeah, man, the Kings could legit change their name to the Queens. And I know KG is probably happy that LaVine and DeRozan are out of Chicago. It actually freed up so many shots and so much, room for other players to flourish, which they have now. It wouldn't have been like that with LaVine and DeRozan up there. So I think Chicago won in that, but I don't think they'll be in I was going to say San Antonio and Sacramento that long. I think Sacramento's going to blow it up. I think they're going to want to go young, which a lot of organizations are doing now. Like, it's so many other options coming out of the draft and free agency and trade pieces moving around, man. Sticking with, I don't see no bright future with DeRozan and LaVine being on a team together as the 1 and 2. I don't see it leading to anything. I could be biased, but I just don't see it. They both are darn near identical players when it comes offensively. They're ball dominant and damn near don't pass the ball. Yeah,
I mean, it's tough to watch those two because DeRozan for a stretch of time was a really, really good player. He played hard. He's mid-range killer. Did a lot of great things up there in Toronto, and could never get by LeBron James. A lot of people came to that. Yeah, you watch Paul George and those Pacers. They couldn't get by. Oh, Eastside KO said subscribe. Thank you, Eastside. You're our guy. That's huge for us. Thank you. But a lot of these guys, and that comes down to the timing aspect of life. Like, sometimes no matter how good you are, it's just wrong place, wrong time. So, and DeRozan had a lot of success in San Antonio too, but yeah, it's over for him. He shouldn't be making, if he wants to be a veteran and kind of make, 10, 15 million and go try to help a team be a contender and maybe come off the bench and be a scoring piece, by all means, you still have a spot in this league. That's why Carmelo got blackballed for a year, because he wouldn't do that. He didn't want to do that, and he still wanted to be a starter and a star, and that's why he was out of the league for a couple years. And some of these guys, like LaVine, go make 10 million, go make 10, 15 million, go on, go on the Heat, go on a team and just, don't be the star guy. Go learn how to be a rotational piece, and, play good defense, get good minutes, play 20, 25 minutes a game. And if you're on, you're on. If you're not, you're not. But your days as the 1 or 2 or 3, they're over, DeRozan and Levine. And Sacramento, I mean, they sold they fired Mike Brown early in the season, try to rejuvenate them. I mean, there's problems over there. I think they tear the whole thing down, get rid of Sabonis, Levine, DeRozan, and, try to rebuild once again. I mean, it's sad, but that's something they're going to have to do. And as for the Mavs, super impressed. Now it's starting to seem more and more what that GM is saying. I'm not saying he's smart or anything, or what he did was right. Is still a stupid trade. You don't ever trade Luka Doncic, but more and more, like if they lost that game, if they lost against the Sacramento Kings in the play-in, you'd be like, oh shit, like all you have is Kyrie coming back. Kyrie's all world, don't get me wrong. But if all you have is Kyrie coming back, you ain't going to win a championship with this roster if they can't even beat the Kings in the play-in. So,
Factual, Lance. Also, I've been seeing some stuff floating around, man, and the gossip is getting stronger. But I think there is a world where Nico can revive himself, and I know that is very thin right now with how people are just memeing him and just using his name every opportunity they get for things that aren't even in reference to him. They're using Nico, But if Nico can land Kevin Durant, and you have KD, AD, Kyrie, I think they're going to be talking about some things next year. I think the narrative quickly changes.
So that would be insane. But the question is, how much depth do you have to give up? Because the Mavericks are pretty deep. They got, they have AD and Kyrie, yeah. Then you got Gafford and Lively as the two bigs that can switch. You got PJ Washington, who's a real good player. You got Max Christie, who's a real good player. And then you have a couple guards that I can't remember his name, something Williams coming off. He's a decent scorer. He looked all right. And if you can, and Klay Thompson, of course, can't forget that guy. You saw him last night with the flamethrower. He still got it sometimes. The Mavericks have pieces. Like, it's not as crazy as, it sounds. KG Lil Joe clowning me in the chat says, Levine play good defense? ? You know that can't be used in the same sentence. See, KG, I know. It can't be because of how much he uses himself on offense and, is always playing 36 minutes trying to be the guy. It's like, hey, no, how about we bring him off the bench and use him, as a decent rotational piece? But he'll never do that, and that will be his downfall. And when I say downfall, I mean the guy's probably made over $200 million in his life. So, there's not that big of a downfall, but his NBA career downfall, that is what I'm referring to. But, back to the Mavs. There's a little bright spot out of that game for me. That is what I'm thinking. And now they go up against the Grizzlies next. Do you think they have any chance tomorrow night to sneak by the Grizzlies and make it to the playoffs?
Is a pig's pussy pork?
Is a what?
That's what we say in the South right there, Lance, when somebody asks you a rhetorical question. Is a pig's pussy pork?
It's a pig's pussy pork. I was like, I can't.
Do they have a chance? Hell no. Like, what? Hell no. But now, that's just how hold on. You're talking about in the play-in.
Yeah, do the Mavericks have a chance to beat the Grizzlies to go into? Yeah, no, not in the playoffs. Not in the playoffs. Hold on. Okay, now I see why the reference. Yeah. Okay. Play it.
Well, with the Memphis Grizzlies, I would like to say healthy, that they should be able to beat the Mavericks. But again, I mean, people can say it and look at it how they want, but he was our guy, and he's still one of our guys, and we own him. But AD is a freaking beast, and if he gets into beast mode, I don't give a damn who else is on the court. He can compete with the best of them, whoever you name. And if AD gets the cooking, then I'm sorry, little Ja can't put up a all around stat line that the cooking AD can put up. I don't care what version of Ja that we get. AD can put up a triple double and be there in clutch time. AD is clutch. That's another thing that people don't know because he was overshadowed by a lot of LeBron's greatness. AD is clutch. You can depend on him and down the line now, down in those 2-3 minutes left. And then back to what we're saying, Lance, I definitely think that if they were to package something like Gafford, Lively, Max Christie, and a draft pick or two, they could get KD, especially if the Phoenix Suns are trying to rebuild very badly. I think they have, and you know, you can remix those pieces. However, you have Najee Marshall, you have Dinwiddie. All of these people are great pieces, great, you know, man. So yeah, I see a future though. I see a future.
Yeah, no, and that's the whole argument with this Mavs. It's like there are pieces, there is a future, and if you're talking KD, the toughest part about that part is so like a guy like Lively, Tone, you can't move because because he's a rookie, so his contract's too small. You have to figure out the money, and that's the toughest part bringing in a guy like KD. And honestly, I saw a report that it's Houston. Houston's a place where KD could go, and I'm like, now that's fucking scary. That's
Cheat code.
Yeah. KG Little Joe's in the chat. Morant is questionable, right? Not. That right ankle sprain is probably swelled up today. He lands the wrong way, any play, and he might be out of the game. So I think Dallas is the play. Great call, KG. Great call. And Lonnie Lyle showed up. He said, yo, hey, Lonnie, you're the reason KG Little Joe's is first place on the Wanna Parlay leaderboard with that Josh Gidler under 3.5 turnovers play. Thank you again, Lonnie Lyle. You're an absolute legend, certified legend of the show. But yeah, I think Mavs is the play also against the Grizzlies. This Grizzlies season is weird. They fired the coach. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of changes, and the Mavericks are just literally a Kyrie rehabilitation away from being a contender, from being right there. Maybe not one of the top contenders, but they're right there. And it looks like Kyrie's timeline is they're looking for January as the comeback. So, you know, we really hope, we really pray. But let's talk a little Heat Hawks. Cause you know, you're an Atlanta native, Tone. So what do you think? Your home team are they going to the playoffs? Or they get
we're playoff.
We're
playoff bound. We're playoff bound, and that's not the bias in me talking, but over the history, to my knowledge, the matchup between Hero and Young, that's Ice Tray, that is. You know, Ice Tray usually gets the best of them, if you ask me. And I think we have some good equalizers for Bam with Okongwu and Muhammad Gay. You know, the Hawks, our organization always has players that people never see until it's playoff time because nobody watches the fucking Hawks. So, like, we always have pieces that we throw at teams, and they be like, who the hell is this guy? I'm like, shit, he'll be averaging 10 rebounds the whole season. Like, you know, and Muhammad Gay and Okongwu, those are two factors that they get physical. Muhammad Gay is like, it's like 7'1", wingspan out of this world, catching lobs, rebounds out this world, you know, and he's there, and we don't even have Clint Capella. So just like if a full healthy Hawks team, I feel like is a East official contender for the title with Jalen Johnson and Clint Capella. And we're missing one more piece. I can't think of it. He's a shooter, but with those pieces back, man, shoo, what? But yeah, I'm taking Hawks over Heat simply.
Yeah, and a lot of people agree with you in the chat, including Lonnie Lyle and KG. KG thinks there's no way Hero has the game that he had against the Bulls against the Hawks, which was crazy, by the way. And the Heat offense was so confusing yesterday, really, because it was just Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson really just strapping it, just like a lot of ISO, a lot of not many assists, and it's like I can't believe the game went the way it did, but. You know, there we go.
Lance,
yeah.
One more interesting thing, Lance. All that Duncan Robertson, Tyler Hero bullshit they was doing, that's not happening with Dyson Daniels. That boy is the thief in the night. That boy defense is legit. And when you put him and long-ass Zachary Rosachier, he's a rookie, so we still butchering his name. But Zachary, we're going to call him Z for right now. When you put Z out there with Dyson Daniels, shit get dicey. So I'm just going to let you know that. And again, the Hawks are always the black sheep. We are always the sheep and wolf. No, the wolf in sheep clothing. We're the wolf in sheep clothing because motherfuckers don't really know what we be having in that package until they play us in an intensified game, and then you start seeing all these young guns come out of nowhere, and you're like, what the hell? We got a hell of a G League too. That's what I'm a season ticket holder to the G League, so I done seen the rise of a lot of these people that get on that floor and be busting y'all ass. So yeah, Hawks in one.
Hawks and one. Hey, I like it, and I agree with you a lot. I mean, the Hawks are sneaky. Some of these pieces, when they're fully healthy next year, like they actually might be a couple vets away from being something a little more serious than anyone's ever taken them. All right, so here we go. We've recapped the games. I want to brush over a couple topics that I've seen in the sports world, and then we'll hop out of here. Honestly, because I don't have any picks today. Tone, maybe you do, but I'm like, today I saw nothing I could tell another person to gamble on. I'm like, maybe I'll do it myself, but there's nothing I could give you folks because I would just feel bad at the end of the day. But some of these topics, Damian Lillard cleared from his blood clot condition. Cleared, folks. He's cleared. He's still out for game 1, but he's ramping up his conditioning and is going to get out there, it looks like, for this series. They say it's the fastest recovery they've ever seen because of how early they detected it and how good science has gotten and things of that nature. So this is mostly a huge congratulations to Damian Lillard and his family for his health, of course, always. And huge congrats to the Bucks. Now they might be able to be fully healthy, ready to go. Lonnie Lyle's got me with a couple picks. That's huge. I'm going to need those, Lonnie. I'm going to need some locks. So, Tone, you still, in the Pacers Bucks, you had Bucks before Lillard was going to be there, right? So it's still Bucks.
Yeah, I'm hoping Lillard don't fuck it up. But yeah, it's still Bucks. Shout out to Lillard for passing that. It sounds crazy to me. I'm just saying, tell me this. Do you think that sometimes players could think of it like, damn, he trying to rush back because he don't believe in us?
That's funny. Yeah. No. There's a lot of different ways to think about it, but I think, mostly, at least I hope so. It's more just like, I want to get back for my boys. Like, I want to get back for my team. And like everyone, we want to be at full strength. The goal is go win an NBA championship. If the Milwaukee Bucks want to win an NBA championship, they need Damian Lillard. They compare to these other guys. Dame time is going to come alive in these playoffs, and I believe in him, so they need him. But I do hear what you're saying. It's like, what? You don't think we can do it? Like, we think we need you on one leg before we need us healthy? Like, come on. No, I know what you're saying. We're
gonna see though, man. I hope that I'm a Giannis fanatic, I feel like Dame is one hell of a shooter, but Dame goes into the and people that's viewed in, if you're offended by the things that I say, I'm sorry. I just call a spade for a spade, and it is what it is. But Damian Lillard kind of goes in the bucket with Dwayne Wade for me. Dame probably might ended up a Hall of Famer, just like Dwayne Wade. But I feel like Dwayne Wade was overrated in a sense. Not saying he didn't deserve any awards. He deserves all of those. But they, like watching Dwayne with my own eyes, he was a great ass defender, a great this and that and that. But I have never seen Dwayne win anything on his own. I'm just gonna be clearly honest.
2006.
That was without Shaq.
No, that was with Shaq, but he was Finals MVP. He carried Shaq.
Yeah, but Shaq carried that whole team that whole season, and without Shaq, you can't be Finals MVP. Like, Shaq, they was triple teaming this guy at one time. I mean, when you're flash speed, you better be open, and not trying to take anything away from Dwayne. Like I said, he still deserves all of those awards. But Dame, in that same sense, I think he's one of those. Like they forced Dame in the narrative with Steph Curry, and it's like, I think that should be a far gap. Like, Dame would be way more greater if you don't compare him to Steph. Like, really? Like, just because he shoots the three that good, Dame can't lead a team like Steph. Are you fucking crazy? Dame can't be the one on a team and win a championship. Think about it. We've seen Steph do this numerous of times. They got to start having these debates a little better. But Bucks, yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely, when the NBA season's over, Tone, I see us having a lot of arguments and putting in a bunch of these, the fun bashes, and we'll go back and forth, because I could definitely go in about why D-Wade is great and why Damian Lillard is great as well. So we'll definitely have to do that for another time. But KG Lojoes agrees. He says Bobby Portis means more to the Bucks than Dame does. That's an argument, but I think we're getting a little disrespectful to Damian Lillard. You gotta remember what this motherfucker's done at 6'1" and up there in Portland. And I know what he hasn't done. But he also hasn't been blessed with some of the things that Steph Curry's been blessed with. I mean, he only won a championship by himself before the 2022 one. The only reason he won was because Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving got injured before the series even started in the finals. So, that's an argument. And then in 2022, hey, that was his one time he was the finals MVP. Good for Curry, man. Good for Curry. But 17, 18, yeah, sorry, you had fucking Kevin Durant join the greatest team of all time. I'm not fucking hearing it. Curry was the... Stop it. But, arguments for different time. Let's keep rolling forward. Aaron Rodgers is still open to anything, including retirement. It feels like we've been talking about this guy forever, and this is what he does every offseason. He just wants people talking about him. Shit, maybe I want people talking about me if I was him. So, it's still fun. Do you change your mind? Do you think he goes anywhere? Do you think he retires? What do you think where do you think he is on week 1 next season?
Man, Aaron is like a magician. I don't know. I can't. I would. The last thing I would do is try to accurately predict what Aaron's gonna do. Like if this was one of those bet apps that be having those weird ass bets, and they're like, what is Aaron gonna be first week? Man, I'm gonna sit that one out. I'm gonna pass on that bet. He is the last one that you can predict. He might see the results like, yeah, it's 85% believing he's gonna do that. Well, shit, I'm gonna do the other thing. That's fucking Aaron. Like we don't know what the hell Aaron do. He might wake up the night before and decide. I don't know. But if I was Aaron, I'm sorry, Lance. Hang that shit up, man. I said this earlier when we was talking about the football. I think football season was still in. No, it was just ending. But damn it, Aaron, just hang it up, man. Go commentator, coach. So you have a lot of after football life that you have to accomplish, my brother. That we are waiting to see you bloom into. We love hearing you talk, Aaron. So it's already set up for you to just be something in the media. Man, go do that shit, man. Hang it up, bro. It's nothing else for you to accomplish, win, or do in the damn league.
I think there's still life with Aaron Rodgers. All right, I think he should go to Pittsburgh. He should wait till after the NFL draft to see how teams draft and then make your decision, because all he has is time. He can just sit there and wait and, wait till he wants to make a deal. And KG Lo Joe's just a classic Chicago native preying on Aaron Rodgers' downfall. Listen to this. He says he won't pick a team until he goes on his retreat again. I hope that dude pulls his Achilles walking to an Uber. It's unbelievable. It's diabolical, KG. It's diabolical, the things you say about Aaron Rodgers, but it's understood. Because, he owned your franchise for a long time. But I like Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers still. They got those two deep threats in George Pickens and DK Metcalf, and they just got to build that offensive line. They already have the defense and the comp. We already know. But, all right, let's keep moving.
Lance, quick question. Is Aaron Rodgers the first athlete to literally be like, he owns another friend?
I still own you. It's one of the great all-time clips. But let's keep going. Lee Corso, this is a quick one. Lee Corso decides to retire after a legendary 38 years with College Game Day. Absolute legend. Just wanted to give him a salute. There's so many times we've seen him on ESPN's College Game Day, just giving his picks, his energy, his fun. Absolute legend to the sport. We love you, Lee. Good for you. Have yourself a life. Browns GM says Travis Hunter can play both ways if they draft him. Are you buying that there's any way they do?
Hell yeah. I feel like, first off, I'm always a fan of evolution. I'm a fan of the new way of things, the new way of life. I've always visualized myself being a 70-year-old man who's still intact with the 14-year-olds and whatever the hell they're bringing into this world, and I'm gonna know how to work them and play with them and be intact and all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm for, I'm with it, man. I would love to see how it goes. I'm not against it. I'm not scared. Change is one of the most intimidating things for people. So I get it, but yeah, I'm all for it, Lance.
Yeah, no, and I agree. If the kid's that good, why not? Why not use a weapon when it's capable of being used a certain type of way. It's if he's this great, then why not try it? At least try it. And if it doesn't work, then go back to the other way. But give him the opportunity. You watched him be great in college, so why not try it in the NFL? Well, and we'll see. But I don't think he goes 2. I still think Abdul Carter goes 2. That guy's too much of a for sure bona fide great rushing D end compared to Travis Hunter. Not that he's not a for sure great, but it's a little, it's the number 2 pick in the draft, and you can get a guy like Abdul Carter alongside Myles Garrett. That's a fucking freaky D-line, a freaky D-line. So I don't think it goes 2, but go ahead.
No. After you are you ready?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, I have a quick take on Travis, and this is just forward speaking. This is how I personally feel, but I think Travis can arguably go down as, when his career is done, probably the greatest football player to ever play, if he does what he do and execute it the way that he may be able to do it. On top of, I just don't see why people. I feel like it's more of a reason that he needs to do it, because they haven't given me no real explanation why they won't allow him to try. I don't get it. Is this based off of other people's bodies and physics that couldn't do it in the past? Is this based off of what could happen? Is this based off of humans don't supposed to do this? Man, humans change the dynamics of things every day. Scientists out-science the old scientists all the time. New scientists are born and they look at what the old scientists do, and then they unscience and redo the science that they got them did. So, why can't he play both sides of the ball? When has a sport ever stayed the same? I mean, we see this in every sport. We have a 7-footer in the freaking NBA right now that's playing like a 6-footer. I mean, what's gonna be for 40 years from now? What is it gonna be like? I mean, come on, don't be scared of evolution. It's gonna happen. We only gonna get bigger, stronger, faster, and smarter. So, come on.
No, yeah, and I agree with you, and that's what KG Lil Joe's went after. He just says he just has a bigger risk of getting injured. And it's like, I do understand you're shrugging the shoulders to it, but it also is like a $20+ million investment to your business. So it's like, I do see why everyone could be skeptical and there's everything, but I'm like, man, let the kid play football. Like, let him just go out there and do the thing. And if he doesn't, then you got to figure it out, but at least try. If you're scared to try, then you're not going to fucking get anywhere in this goddamn world. So, we'll drop the mic there. And last but not least, Iamaleava is a Bruin. The Tennessee Volunteers quarterback that opted out of a $2 million to $2.5 million NIL deal, wanting $4 million from Tennessee, as well as a revamped O-line and wide receiver room. Tennessee decided to say, fuck that. We don't want none of you. And closed the door on Iamaleava, and he is now a UCLA Bruin. My cousin's I believe, still tight ends coach for UCLA. I'll have to double check that. And I know it's kind of shitty. He's my cousin. I didn't really double check that. Hey, it's off season. Come on, folks. I haven't even been spring ball yet. But that's big news for the Bruins. You bring in a guy like this. He's a real good quarterback, and hopefully he can get them some wins in the Big Ten this year. Got any thoughts, Tone, or just good luck to Iamaleava and the Bruins?
Yeah, shout out to the Bruins. I'm not on the Bruins bandwagon, but yeah, that's big deal. Shout out, definitely.
Yep. All right. Well, Tone, do you got picks for tonight? And I know Lonnie does for me. And if anyone in the chat, if you got picks and you got something you want to share, please do. We might even start doing like a segment or something, bringing people on. I mean, chat, if you're watching this, you want to put your face on here and tell your picks to the world. Feel free. But Tone, you go ahead and start and give us the picks.
Yeah, most definitely. And shout out to Lonnie Lyle. He definitely sent in his slip for Wanna tonight. And he said, KG, man, if you hit it, man, just throw him a bone. He said, that's dope, KG, man. Salute to KG again. So Lonnie tonight is rolling. I'm going to give Lonnie first before I go into mine. I got a few myself. Lonnie is rolling with Tanner Beebe for strikeouts tonight, under 4.5 strikeouts. He's rolling with Tomoyuki Sugano for strikeouts, over 3.5 strikeouts. That's Sugano for the Baltimore Orioles. He also has Reese Olson for under 4.5 strikeouts. He has Taj Bradley for under 6.5 strikeouts. That's Taj Bradley with the Tampa Bay Rays. And then he has the Mets to walk away with the dub tonight. So
Very
that's
nice.
5 picks for Lonnie Lyle.
Lonnie Lyle, certified legend of the show. We salute you, Lonnie.
For sure. That's dope. Yeah. And then on my side, man, money line spread is what I'm rolling with. We got baseball on the board tonight. There's not too much else that I'm going with. But yeah, Yankees W, Mets W, Angels W. That's Mets, Yankees, and Angels for the W. Then I'm also going with Aaron Judge for 1 hit. Aaron Judge for 1 hit. And I'm also throwing in Yandy Diaz for 1 hit. And that's my 5 picks for the night. Not too much, not too less. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you can remix that pick and pull play. A quick betting tip for parlayers and future parlayers and people that just want to dive in the parlaying world. When we are giving away these picks, whether it's Lance, whether it's me, or whether it's a guest that we have on that's pitching in a pitch, you don't have to mirror the exact slip. Just like KG did yesterday. He had a slip that he put together and he just pulled one of the picks from the show. So, you know, if I'm giving 5, you can probably take 1 from me, 2 from me, take 1 from Lance, 2 from Lance, or take 1, you know, and remix it to your best gut feeling. You know, it's parlaying and it's gambling. At the end of the day, nobody is automatically correct, right, or, you know, all the time. So, yeah, quick betting tip.
Hey, I love that. That's good stuff because people need to know that. Always use your instinct. Always use your human instinct because God gave it to you for a reason. And, you know, so when you hear bets and you don't like all of them, use some of them. Just use your instincts, man. Always trust your gut. Your gut is usually, and by usually I mean always, telling you the right thing. It's natural. Just let it come to you. All right. Well, love the picks, except for the Halos, because those are my team and they usually disappoint. So I'm a little scared and I don't want them to disappoint you, but I fucking pray they win. Well, this was the Wanna Parlay Podcast, home of everything Wanna Parlay, the proud father of $2 parlay and the world's richest parlay, where every day people are turning $2 into $2,000. Today was a great show. Thanks to our guy for not knowing the difference between Central and Eastern time zones. So there's no one to interview. There's Lonnie Lyle. Let's go. Happy parlaying, people. Absolutely. We'll be back at the same time Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, celebrating more Wanna winners, updating you on the latest Wanna leaderboards, and talking about all things sports. Tone, it was a great show today. Got any final words?
And you already know the slogan. If you want to parlay, download Wanna Parlay. Good luck, parlayers.
All right, folks. Take it easy.
Pull out your phone. Yeah, Tone. If you wanna parlay, download Wanna Parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'ma throw a party. If you wanna parlay, download Wanna Parlay. I just hit a parlay. I'm about to throw a party.
I just woke up in time to check out my parlay from last night. I hope it's a good day. If I'm on top the leaderboard on Wanna Parlay, that mean it's a good day. Oh yeah, I forgot that the Hawks played. I bet you Jordan Poole have an off day. Guaranteed Travis Hunter made a mouse play. If so, I done cashed on my parlay. 2 picks, 4 picks, 6 picks, 7 picks. Pick your poison. Wanna